It is actually an absolutely beautiful day in Melbourne today, and it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'm going to start the vlog here because all morning I've just been prepping yesterday's vlog, and it's on the uploads at the moment, getting ready for 6 o'clock drop. But I thought today's vlog is going to be more about having a cordial to you guys, having a conversation with you guys, and answering a question that someone asked me last night. And I want to take you to a place called Preston Market, which is a pretty funky little spot. I'm gonna go and see if we can find some oysters, because they got the delicious oysters. It is hot. So the first thing that we're coming up to is the Bell Street train station. It's massive, such a massive infrastructure, the train station and all the networks and everything. Something that was so foreign to me when I first got here, and quite a process to get on and off with your cards and things like that. But this is what it looks like. If you're like me and you've never been to a big city like this before, then it's all foreign and all strange and out of the comfort zone. This is one of the first things that you will notice when you get to Melbourne, is the amount of tagging. It is just everywhere. All on each pole, all the way down. Everywhere. So we're coming up to the Preston Market now, and it's pretty quiet. It's pretty late in the afternoon, so maybe some of the places are closed, I don't know. I don't actually know what time this place closes, so we'll go have a look and I'll show you fellas around. Let's do it. I'll have a half dozen, please. Half dozen oysters, please. Thank you. Not very busy today, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, here's some more Komoana here. We're spoiled in Aotearoa. We are absolutely spoiled. Kinda don't forget that. Whoa! That is a big blue cod. Big ones. Barramundi. It's actually quiet as. It's good. There's not many people here at all. Okay, we found us a nice little spot to eat our oysters. Nowhere near as big as the ones that we got off the jetty. But it's still tasty, I would say. Pretty fat, find it? Pretty fat. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Nā mihi aroha te moana. Pretty easy forage today, whānau. Didn't even have to get wet.
Sigeliba sasri ya tata doba doba Sigeliba sasri ni nasidi doba doba
Am I going to find something sweet?
Doba 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 doba
Hey, what do you reckon? Which one? Which one? Just tell one, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Zaman Zaman قلنا كسفر ظالم إلا لما شوفنا ظلم صلاة زمن دي
Bloody plastic, man. Very good. Dessert, whānau. Nā mihi aroha.
أي نهب أي كذب أي طمع أي خراب زمن دي عجبنا
It's sweet. It's a good watermelon. I feel like a wild animal. So that was the Preston market on a very quiet day. Now we're gonna go and try and find some reliable Wi-Fi to get these vlogs uploaded. And then we're gonna drop into some kōrero whānau. I'm gonna answer the question that was asked yesterday.
وناصل بقوم واحد ورا واحد قتلوا كم كبار كم صغار.
This is just really beautiful. The blossoms and the flowers are coming out on the trees and the sun is just on that angle in the sky. Beautiful warm temperature. Divine. We're going to drop into this question from Carol Edmonds. She has asked, what significant matter happened in your life that inspired or caused you to live your life in a more connected, inspiring way? Thank you, Carol, for asking this question. It is quite a tricky one to actually narrow down into one thing, but I'll try my best. I feel like this current lifestyle that I'm living is the product of my connection to nature ultimately, and how I built my relationship with nature. Where it all started for me was my upbringing, and there was a few people who played a part in my journey into nature. Like my father as well. He used to take me fishing a lot. I remember my father was actually probably the man who inspired me to fall in love with fishing. And I'll tell you guys a quick little story, actually. So I don't know how old I was. I must have been like 7 or 8. And my dad picked me up, or whatever we were doing. He took me down to the wharf, and we threw our hand lines in, and we were fishing away there, trying to catch those little herrings. And my dad tied his hand line to his jandal and shoved it underneath one of the sticks or logs. And then we were sitting there, and then all of a sudden the jandal flew off into the moana, and this big kahawai was pulling his jandal along. But just so happened that his jandal floated, so we could see where this fish was. And my dad ran around, jumped. I'm sure he jumped over the fence, or you couldn't get through the gate or whatever. Something was blocked off. He managed to get through, ran down into the jetty, and then jumped in the water. Took his shirt off, jumped in the water, and then swam over, grabbed the jandal, pulled this big kahawai in, and we went home with this kahawai. We were all stoked. I remember that. I'll never forget that memory, and that was really inspiring for me in terms of fishing. Then the obvious one is my grandfather. My grandfather, he would always take me out into the bush and go hunting, and we would always be going to gather some kai, some wild food from the ngahere, from the forest or from the ocean, go and get kinas and stuff like that. And so I feel like my current lifestyle now and my connection with nature has been the actual foundation for this journey and for where I'm going, and the trust that I have in myself, because I think that ultimately that's what nature teaches you. It teaches you to trust yourself, and that is such a massive superpower to have in this day and age, whānau. So thank you, Carol. Thank you for asking. I'll close it off there because I don't want to be talking. I could talk for hours. Thank you, Carol, and thank you to everybody else who's in on this journey. If you've got any questions or things like that, please don't be afraid to put them in the comments. So ngā mihi aroa whānau. Thank you for watching. I'm probably going to close the vlog off here, but yeah. Thanks for asking, Carol.